Who is scruffy looking?
What is up, my fellow nerds and gangsters? Welcome back to the Spiffy Nerd Hitter channel. I am Danny. Now, first off, guys, I profusely apologize that it's been so long since a video. But it's been crazy up in here, and I think you guys are going to be happy in the long run for what we have in store for you.
The happiest moment of my life.
Now, as part of my apologies, I was going to wait another video to do this, but today I am announcing the winner for the Great Mandalorian Armor Contest. I read every single comment that you guys wrote down to enter this contest, and a huge thanks to all you guys who entered. It was pretty awesome. But in the end, one of you was completely chosen at random to win. And the winner is, drumroll baby,
I can't wait.
Jerem Parsons. So congratulations, Senor Parsons. But again, thanks to all of you guys who entered. Stay tuned, because we will have more contests just like it.
Giddy up again.
Now today we were talking part 3 of 3 of how to create instant character appeal for your characters. Now remember, all of these qualities, as well as the qualities in part 1 and 2, don't exist with a vacuum. Mix and match them to really create a 3-dimensional character that works A, for your story, and B, really makes a character that you love yourself. Giving your characters desirable qualities is more about who the characters are rather than what they do. For instance, point number 1 is give your characters the desirable qualities of power, charisma, leadership. Someone who has power over people like the Godfather or Citizen Kane. Somebody who does what must be done like in Rambo. Or someone who expresses his feelings and opinions regardless of others' opinions, like in Beverly Hills Cop.
Disturbing the peace, I got thrown out of a window!
Number 2, give your character a glamorous profession. Any job that is interesting in some way. It could be an artist, an advertising executive, an architect. I mean, it's no wonder why George Costanza always wants to be Art Vandelay, famous architect.
I'm an architect.
Or a photographer, an airline pilot, a race car driver, a spy like James Bond, a high-class thief, professional athletes, you name it, something that's interesting. Probably a little bit better than someone who just directs fan films. Point number 3, give your characters both physical and mental courage. Simply, we admire people who have the courage to solve their own problems. It may not mean that the character is courageous in general, but that he courageously solves his problems in the end. Oscar Schindler in Schindler's List is somebody who has the courage to redeem himself.
I didn't do enough.
Sam in I Am Sam has the courage to fight the system despite being mentally challenged. And the group of soldiers in Saving Private Ryan have the physical courage to go behind enemy lines and save somebody that they've never met and that they may even give their lives for. Point number 4 is give your characters passion. In other words, give them a passion that fills your characters with deep emotional feelings of love or passion for some activity. Like this could become a passion to become an Olympian like in Eddie the Eagle.
I'm gonna be an Olympic ski jumper.
Or a passion for freedom like in Braveheart. Point number 5 is give your characters intense skills or expertise. Make your character the best at his job, a sought-after expert in his particular field. This is somebody like Indiana Jones as the best archaeologist there is, James Bond as the world's greatest spy, or Michael Jordan as the world's greatest basketball player in Space Jam. Point number 6 is attractiveness. We all know attractiveness is a desirable quality. Beautiful people are appealing, and people want to look at beautiful people for 2 hours on the screen.
Come to dad.
Moving on to point number 7. Wisdom, wit, and cleverness. These traits are usually reserved for the mentor like Obi-Wan Kenobi in Star Wars, or Gandalf in Lord of the Rings.
You shall not pass!
Or somebody who's more of a trickster like Phil in Groundhog Day and Axel Foley in Beverly Hills Cop. Audiences love these characters who cleverly solve their problems, and anyone who gets out of trouble by using their intelligence, matching their wits against the world.
Sounds exhausting.
Numero 8 is a sense of humor and playfulness. You could have the most unlikable character in the world, but if they're funny, we'll hang out with them for a couple of hours, like the Joker in the Batman. Or even Austin Powers. Number 9 is give your characters a childlike innocence or enthusiasm. So this is like Tom Hanks in Big, or Forrest Gump, or Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, or Amelie in Amelie. Number 10 is give your characters physicality and athleticism. A dancer, a warrior, an athlete. That's kind of an easy one. Number 11 is make your characters persistent. That they're making an effort and actively struggling despite vulnerabilities.
I don't want to do this anymore.
This is again somebody who's like the underdogs, who is trying hard to become a better person, like Rocky or Forrest Gump. Audiences love characters that show persistence and keep growing despite huge obstacles, setbacks, or poor odds. Frodo and Sam are huge in this because they are hobbits. The Ewoks even fall in this category. Somebody who is against all odds, yet does everything in their power and beyond to accomplish their goals. On the flip side of this, let's look at Finding Nemo. If Marlin felt sorry for the loss of his son, we would definitely feel sorry for him. I mean, that's a key to get an audience to empathize with your character. But just imagine if Marlin didn't do anything about it. We would have stopped feeling sorry for him. So you can drag your characters through the mud and give them the worst luck in the world and have everything bad happen to them, but if they don't get up and do something about it, then the audience's sympathy and empathy for that character is gonna end real quick. Now finally, last is you can make your character a misfit, rebel, or eccentric. Make your character someone who follows no one, flouts authority, or who has a unique way of living in the world and is happy with himself regardless of what the world thinks of him. Because he is an outsider, someone who doesn't belong, a fish out of water. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me for this 3-part video series. Remember, while story is the lifeblood of a film, characters are the lifeblood of a story. Whether it's Anakin Skywalker pre-killing children, or James Bond, or any other character, for each of us there is that character that just makes us to want to become better. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Comment below on what topic of video you want me to do next. And check out the links in the video description for the Discord, and even the Patreon if you feel so inclined to get more consistent content. And remember, there's really only 2 things you gotta do in life. Stay spiffy, and don't do anything I wouldn't do twice.